Hi, my name is German Solis Ramirez, and I'm presenting my constitutional amendment to protecting people from non-consensual deepfake pornography. In this project, I developed a preamble, identified a major issue in our society, and made a 28th Amendment to address it. My vision of a just society is one where people are protected from AI misuse that damages their image and life. Specifically, people should be protected from non-consensual deepfake sexual imagery. This applies to everyone, all ages, all backgrounds, but without explicit consent, creating deepfakes of people in sexual situations should be unlawful and punishable by law. And for minors, the consent should not be proposed to them, but to the parents. So uh, the minors have no saying if they can be an AI or not, until they are over 18, which when they're considered adults. The issue I'm addressing is that our current constitution does not protect people from deepfake pornography. Here are the facts. 99% of deepfake victims are women, and one in 8 teenagers personally knows someone targeted by deepfake nude imagery. I mean, it's pretty common that people know this is happening, and even more that the majority, I mean, almost every single victim are women, ranging from 9 months old, 5 years old, 9 years old, 11 years old, 18 years old. I mean, 17-year olds under the age of 18 when they're not considered adults. This is a major issue with pedophilia around the world. I mean, around in the United States, which is a big issue, but this also includes grown women over 18 years old. So no one is safe from this type of misuse from AI. Also, it takes less than 25 minutes and costs nothing to create a deepfake video. Pretty accessible to everyone, if you ask me. Yet in most cases, victims have no legal remedy because Section 230 of the Communication Decency Act shields platforms from liability, meaning that the platform or website is not punished, but the one who asked for the problem. So they're pretty much secure from any type of punishment, even though they're allowed this type of things. However, the Takedown Act was passed in 2025, but it's not enough. We need a constitutional amendment. My proposed 28th Amendment would do four things. First, it protects all people from having their likeness used without consent to create sexual deepfakes. Second, it makes the creation and distribution of non-consensual deepfake pornography a federal crime. Third, it requires the government to enforce this through prosecution and victim support and requires platforms to remove content within 24 hours or immediately. Fourth, it requires parental consent for minors that are being used in AI images. This amendment moves us towards this just society I described in my preamble by ensuring everyone's protected from AI exploitation. Women and girls will benefit the most because they make up 99% of the victims. The amendment is narrow. It only restricts non-consensual sexual defects, not all defects or art. While it does limit some free speech, the harm to victims is more important than the right to create non-consensual content. This is a fair trade-off for a more just society. I just want to clarify who like it affects, or like who this amendment applies to. This applies to everyone in the United States. Even though it doesn't affect a lot of like males, it still affects them. So um we should not be dehumanizing them by being like, oh, like they're not being affected, so they also shouldn't be included. We should include everyone that is an American citizen into this amendment. So to end this, a just society protects people's dignities and reputation. My amendment does this. Thank you.